Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net, and it is Monday the 15th of December. Thanks again for watching. First up today, talking about the Stratosphere again. And you remember me showing you way back in the middle of November, the warming event taking place in the Stratosphere, and that contributed to the colder weather that we saw over the last couple of weeks to kick off December. Now, I want to show you a similar event that's taking place. This is 10 millibars, so it's high in the stratosphere. This is the analysis for today. What we're doing here is looking down on the pole, which is here, and the Greenwich Meridian is running down here. Look, there's the UK just underneath there. So that's where we are today. But look, in 3 days' time, not much change. But then the 144-hour prediction, which is for 6 days' time, just look at what's starting to happen here. Starting to see warming taking place. And then by 216 hours, so this is Christmas Eve, midnight into Christmas Eve, just look at this broad area of warming that is occurring. And then Christmas Day, that's what occurs. Now, generally what we find is that the cool weather kicks in between about 14 days and 21 days after a stratospheric warming event. But this one doesn't completely fit the usual pattern of a stratospheric warming event. So what we could look towards perhaps is conditions just turning colder in about 10 to 14 days time, which of course would take us up to the Christmas and post-Christmas period. And I do think this is what this is going to try and hint at for us, signalling that fall in temperature. Now, of course, could be completely wrong. You do need lots of things to slip into place in order for stratospheric warming to have the impact at low levels, but certainly hints of something there. Now, the CFS for week 1, which is from today through to the 21st, so this is up to Sunday, and this shows, look, the lower than normal heights towards the north. Here's the higher than normal heights south of us. There's that flow coming in for the west or the west-southwest across southern areas, bringing the milder conditions. But up towards the north, look, still got a cooler westerly flow. It's not as cold as it has been, but it certainly indicates the potential there for some sleet and snow over higher ground, for it to be rather windy, and the best of the settled conditions across the south. Now, into week 2, which is from the 22nd of December through to the 28th of December, so taking us through Christmas, look, here's the high down to the south, there's the low than normal heights towards the north, and what this shows us is more of a west to west-southwesterly flow. So it's trying to highlight this idea I've been telling you about of milder conditions leading up to Christmas. Not hugely mild, but certainly milder than it has been. Probably dry to the south of the ridge of high pressure building in, probably wetter towards the north, with the cold air to the north just trying so desperately to break ranks and get through sideways and kind of slip southwards. But it can't do that because of that milder air to the south. But eventually, I think, during the second part of this period, so from around the 25th, 26th on, that's when the cold air may well break through. Now, this is just the theory at the moment, but I do like what the CFS has done with this. This seems to make sense. So we see the trough, look, move sideways off towards the east. So there's our lower than normal heights. What that does is it allows the ridge to build here in the Atlantic, and we get a double ridge feature. So we've got the ridge feature there across the pole. We've got a cross-polar flow then developed here. So we get a cross-polar flow coming into the ridge that you see here with higher than normal heights off towards the west. And generally we're getting a north to northeasterly flow through the UK. That then takes us into the end of the year. It cools things off significantly, brings a cold blast of air in from the north or the northeast with falling temperatures. But what then happens is that we stay with our ridge off towards the east, but the trough out towards the west can have some impact. But this flow here is still trying to get in. It's still trying to push colder air back into the UK. The trough out to the west trying to get milder conditions back in. And I think we need to watch that early stage of January for the possibility of a hit of cold weather and of widespread wintry weather as well. You know, don't go running away. This isn't sort of the Daily Mirror or the Daily Express headlines, you know, of Snowmageddon. But what it is just signs that we could get a hit of winter during that early part of January, and it's backed up, as we've just seen, by the CFS. Of course, that's quite a long way off. For the rest of this week, we've got a westerly flow through the country today, bringing some sunny spells and some showers out towards the west. Probably going to be a chilly one overnight tonight into Tuesday morning. A frost to come, but then these fronts bringing rain into the west late on Tuesday, increasing winds too. Pushing some heavy rain eastwards overnight into Wednesday morning, and pretty windy for most on Wednesday morning, cloudy and damp to the south, cooler towards the north, a few bright spells, but always some rain around western coasts. Thursday sees the threat of severe gales, gusts of 60 miles an hour or more in the Channel. Cloud and rain across England and Wales, showers across northern and western Scotland, cooler to the north, milder to the south, before cooler air spreads in from the northwest on Friday behind the cold front you see here clearing southeast. Some showers coming into the north and the west as well. And then hints of a better day on Saturday with a weak ridge of high pressure building in, but still feeling relatively cool. So a fairly benign week ahead apart from those strong winds, although we're all eyes focused on the cold weather post-Christmas. Now, just before I finish, and sorry to keep banging on about this, but if you want to get your Weatherwise DVD and your Pocket Weather Forecaster books delivered by Christmas, you need to be ordering them this week. The DVD, which is Weatherwise, lasts for about 2 hours. It's in little 5-minute sections, and it tells you, it's me actually narrating it, tells you all about weather fronts, highs and lows. It tells you about air masses, why they form, how they form. It tells you about clouds. It's basically there to teach you about weather and increase your weather knowledge, but in a really good, user-friendly, easy-to-understand way. Pocket Weather Forecaster is a full colour book. It runs to just under 90 pages, and it's got pictures of clouds in there, and it tells you what weather those types of clouds are likely to bring. You can order both of them from the WeatherWeb website now. We've got them in stock and we can dispatch them immediately, but you must order them this week to get them in time for Christmas. Perfect Christmas presents for yourself or for anybody you know who's interested in the weather. And on that note, thanks again for watching. Whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.